G'day guys and welcome to this Champions League edition of Beyond the 90. I am your host, Alex Ellerman. Well, it was a fantastic match day 3 of Champions League football. We saw some really fantastic results. We saw a lot of goals in both rounds of match day 3, as well as some moments that will define this Champions League group stage. So for this episode, I'm just going to quickly go through all the groups and give you the standings, and let's see where they are at as we head into the repeat phase, as now all the teams have now played each other in the groups, and we can see who's going to be the prime position to fill those top 2 spots of each group. Starting off with Group A, we have Atletico Madrid on 6 points. They top the table, followed by Olympiacos on 6 points. They are then followed in 3rd place by Juventus on 3 points and Malmo also on 3 points. This group is really close, and Olympiacos have been quite the shockers for this group. You know, you'd really feel that Juventus should be able to get into that 2nd spot. Atletico have stormed in this group late as well, so it'd be an interesting prospect for Group A to see who really is going to really push as we go through the repeat stage. For me, I think Olympiacos are still very strong, but I don't think they have the really the gall to keep their consistency going and keep up there in those top 2 spots. I still feel that Juventus should be able to qualify quite comfortably. They do need to improve a little bit more on the European stage, but I feel that they should be able to as they come into the next stage of games. Malmo, I just feel, again, they're one of those teams that will depict on who goes through their results rather than themselves going through. But Atleti as well should be able to top this group quite comfortably. Group B sees Real Madrid with a perfect 3 out of 3, 9 points on top of the table. Then the all very close Ludogorets are sitting on 3 points. Liverpool are also on 3 points, and Basel are on 3 points as well. Now this group is really a battle for that 2nd position. Real Madrid have almost confirmed that they are going through to the next round, and they should be able to keep their impressive run going in this Champions League and defend their title. For me, it's all about that 2nd spot in Group B. It's up for grabs. Ludogorets, Liverpool and Basel all have their chances to get in that spot and really push in these next coming games of Champions League football. We did see Liverpool go down to Real in the last round, and Liverpool really have a lot of improving to do. Ludogorets and Basel, they're sort of on the same level as each other. They are really going to be the ones who are going to make sure that Liverpool, if they want to get into that 2nd spot, they've got to earn it. So for me, I still feel that Liverpool should be able to get into that 2nd spot, but Basel and Ludogorets will not go away lightly. Group C sees Bayer Leverkusen top the group with 6 points, Monaco on 5 points, Zenit on 4 points, and Benfica at the bottom on 1 point. Now this group has been one of my favourite groups. I do love the way Bayer Leverkusen play their football, and I'm very excited to see them on top of this group stage. However, I do feel that Monaco and Zenit, they do have a lot of quality in their teams, and they should be able to really give Bayern a push to see whether they will go through and qualify. For me, I still feel that Monaco and Zenit have what it takes to really qualify. In regards to Benfica, I don't feel that they have been playing very well at all this Champions League campaign, and I don't see them turning it around in their in the rest of the group stage. For me, Zenit and Monaco to still top this group, but Bayern Leverkusen to throw a bit of a spanner in the works, and I'm going to be backing Bayern to really be a dark horse in this group. Group D sees Borussia Dortmund on top with a perfect start, 9 points, 3 out of 3 games. Arsenal on 6 points, Anderlecht on 1 and Galatasaray on 1 point as well. Now this group is pretty much depicted in the results that we've seen at the moment. You'd really expect Borussia Dortmund to keep up their quality. They have a fantastic team and they should be comfortably topping this group. I would actually be surprised if they actually drop a game in this group stage. Arsenal should be really comfortable in that second position. They will look to improve a little bit. They have got a few injuries at the moment. Alexis Sanchez has been an absolute superstar and saviour for them in this European Champions League. So hopefully for Arsenal that they can push through the rest of this group stage, even though they have a depleted squad, get back those injured players and be ready for the knockout stage. Anderlecht and Galatasaray, I think they need to really, if they are going to put any challenge on Arsenal, they need to turn it around in the next 3 games, and they really need to start flicking the switch and doing what they can to make sure that Arsenal do not have that second spot lightly. Group E sees Bayern Munich on top with a perfect 9 points, Roma on 4 points, Manchester City on 2, and Moscow on 1. Now, Bayern Munich, just like Borussia Dortmund, the major German sides have been playing absolutely fantastic, and it does give a very good light on German football and the way it is going across Europe. And Bayern Munich should be able to comfortably top this group. I don't expect them to even stumble or drop a game in this group stage. They demolished Roma in the last game, a 7-1 victory away, and that just shows their quality. So they should be able to go through quite comfortably. That second spot is going to be a real contentious decision. Roma and Manchester City will be battling it out for that one. I don't see Moscow giving them any trouble. However, between Roma and Manchester City, I am going to give Roma the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully they'll be able to turn that 7-1 defeat around. And in the next couple of games, they should be able to turn that around and get into that second spot quite comfortably. Manchester City won't go away quietly, however. They'll want to make sure that they can turn around a disappointing European Champions League campaign. They have been rather complacent in games and have left it till late. That draw with Moscow was a really big depiction on how they leave games a bit to grasp. They have got quite a bit of a dominance in the English league, but they've got to make sure that they do finish off games in the Champions League and they are playing against Europe's best. But for me, Group E, Bayern Munich and Roma to go through. Group F sees PSG on 7 points, Barcelona on 6 points, Ajax on 2 points, and Apoel on 1 point. Now, as well, this group is pretty much already written in the sand. PSG and Barcelona to go through with really no real challenge or problems. It will really be a battle between those two sides to see who goes in first and who goes in second. For me, PSG have started to slip up and just show a little bit of vulnerability in the Champions League. They were very lucky that Cavani managed to slot home that winner in the last game. However, I do feel that Barcelona are just coming into a purple patch for them, and they want to make sure that they can keep that going in this European Champions League. So I feel that PSG and Barcelona already should be comfortably through to the next round in this group. For Ajax and Apoel, it's really about just trying to see how many points they can get on the board to really see if they can challenge the top two. But I don't feel that they will have any real chances of getting through to the next round. Group G sees Chelsea on top with 7 points, Schalke with 5 points, Maribor with 2 points, and Sporting Lisbon with 1 point. Again, this group has already seen Chelsea should be quite comfortably through to the next round. Jose Mourinho's men, fantastic in the Champions League. Now, for me, Schalke, they haven't been as convincing as they have been in past European Champions Leagues. They really need to just take it up to the next level and really confirm their spot. Confirm their progression spot in this group. Maribor and Sporting, whilst they are on low points, they are sort of teams that could have late surges in this group stage. And we've seen that in games as of late, they have been coming back and really taking it to Schalke and Chelsea in those last sort of 10, 15 minutes of games. So Maribor and Sporting still have a lot to aim for in this group. That second spot is not yet confirmed, and they can make sure that their names can be there. They just need to lift it up a little bit and get to that next level of football. So, but for me, I still feel that it is quite certain that Chelsea will go through and Schalke should be able to get into that second spot and progress through. And finally, Group H sees Porto on 7 points, Shakhtar on 5 points, Bate on 2 points, and Bilbao on 1 point. Again, this group is pretty much written that Porto will go through top of the group quite comfortably. That second spot as well, I feel this is where Group G and Group H do differ. The quality in Group H has really been depicted, and I feel that Shakhtar should be quite comfortably into that second spot and look to progress through to the next round. Bate and Bilbao, they just haven't really shown up this European Champions League campaign. They just have been really disappointing. Bate got absolutely demolished on the weekend, and Bilbao were overran as well. So they have a lot more to improve come the next few rounds of game in this group stage. And it's not really, for them, it's about trying to see whether they can push for that second spot, but really see if they can just earn a little bit more respect on this European stage. They've been really disappointing, and I think especially for Bilbao, a lot of people expected a lot more out of them. Well, that's all we've got time for this Champions League edition of Beyond the 90. You remember, you can keep up to date with all my blogs at www.beyondthe90.net. Please follow me on Twitter at @Alex_Alleman. And I'll be back with you next week to give you a preview of the upcoming rounds of Champions League football as we head into match day 4 and as these groups start jostling for positions. It's always exciting, and I'm excited to give you the coverage of it. Thanks, guys, and I will be back with you next week.